Scano, Sego, Ani, Bonjour, Tansi, Tanshi. Good morning. We're about to get underway, and to start us off with a good mind and good heart, Peter Schuler is going to open our day.
Bonjour. Je vais gagner Indigo, Monsieur Cantotem, Mr. Sago Jibwe Nishnabi and down. Minogajip. Good morning, everyone. In Jibwem Bung yet to go. I don't have very much language. I have a lot of words, but not much language. My wife says I talk too much. So this morning, early, Laver and I, we took that food that was on the dish by the chair. We took it out to the fire, and we offered that food into the fire, and some of the water that was in that little cup, and I offered tobacco and spoke to Creator and asked that we have a good day. And I sang a couple songs out there. Now, if you look carefully, you're going to see earplugs on your tables because I don't sing very well, and you might need to put those in. But the song that I want to sing comes from my friend, the Basaniquit, Peter Atkinson from Rosso River. And it's a song that kind of reminds us that we should be starting off our day and offering our tobacco and giving thanks for whatever the day brings and however the day is. And sometimes we go through rough patches, and we should still give thanks because we're still here and we can still do something to try to make things better. And so that's what I try to do, even if things are not going all that great. I'm still happy to be on this side of the grass, and I'm still happy to be able to move around. So I'm going to try and sing this song there, and like I say, if you need to cover your ears, don't feel bad. Oh yeah, I forgot one more thing. Somebody borrowed my drumstick last summer, and they never gave it back, and that drumstick belongs with this old drum I have here. And so I had another drumstick which was kind of not the best, and it was really hard. Didn't sound all that good. So last night I was thinking, how can I fix that? And so this is what you call a res drumstick. It's got a face towel wrapped around it with some red cloth holding it on there. And so we have to do what we have to do to get through. And so if you want to know how to make one of these, I'm going to be giving lessons after a while. Ni gani, ni gani, ni gani esema. Sema ni gani, esema ni gani. Mede gijagon, geshe bashka. Mede walking, geshe bashka. Ni gani esema, sema ni gani, esema ni gani, ni gani, Cunning, Jimigwich, Bisandawig. We have a opportunity to have a really nice day. We have an opportunity to share and to try and look for healing and to look forward so that future generations don't have to have the effects of this I don't know what to call it, that has been inflicted upon us. And I just want to share one little thing that I heard from James Vukolich from Turtle Mountain. He posts a word in Ojibwe every Thursday, I believe it is. He posts it on Facebook. And sometimes he expands on the word. The word for loon is mong, and sometimes you'll have a word like that, just have a picture of that bird. But this time he talked about neen, which is me, myself. And he talked about that word, and he thought, how is that word connected? And I won't go through this whole thing. I'm trying to make it fast because I know I'm not supposed to be up here for more than 3.4 seconds. But he shared this word, and he said above neen is your mother and your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, and then your great-grandparents. And he said the word for your great-grandparents, Danakojipichigan, is also the same word as ancestor. And then he went down below that neen, and you have your son and your daughter, and your granddaughter and your grandson, and then below that, your great-grandchildren, which is the same word as for the great-grandparent, and the same word as ancestor. And he said if you look at that, there's 7 generations represented, and you are in the middle. And he said whatever happened to your great-grandparents affects you. And whatever happens to you is going to affect your great-grandchildren. And he said, because you're in the middle, you have an opportunity to change that what happened to your great-grandparents. You can try to fix that. You can try to mitigate it so it doesn't get past you, that effect. It doesn't come past you. So it's not passed down to future generations. And when he did that explanation in the language, and he has a very good way of explaining things, I was really struck by that opportunity that's presented to change things for future generations. And we have opportunity to learn language. We have opportunity to pass those kind of things down. We have opportunity to learn what our ancestors knew and to pass those things down to make a change for the better. So my wife says, I talk too much. So Miigwech, have a good day.
Miigwech, thank you very much, Peter, for the opening this morning. Miwegenin nakum nungum gagjebayag magabijayan na dadjegabo ndjkaz na meben dodem ego ndan shinil nego zaganing ndonji. My English name is Adam Fiddler. I am Anshinne from Sandy Lake First Nation in Northern Ontario. We had a chance to meet last night, and I will be co-chairing helping to facilitate the next 2 days with my colleague Kathleen Lickers, who will also introduce herself. It's good to be here. It's good to see everyone. Look forward to some of the very important discussion that will be taking place over the next 2 days. Very powerful issues that we need to deal with, and issues that we will be very passionate about. And I know that these are very difficult discussions to have, very difficult issues that we need to deal with, but they are issues that we need to discuss and to talk about. So there may be challenging times, but I'm comforted by the guidance of the elders, the knowledge keepers, the healers that are here. And I am comforted by that, the opening prayer. So again, I'd like to acknowledge Peter for that.
Sego, Scano. My name is Kathleen Lickers. I'm a Seneca from Six Nations of the Grand River, born and raised. It's an honor to be with you all last evening, throughout today, and tomorrow. I want to acknowledge the fire keepers. The fire was lit yesterday morning, and they have stood guard over that fire for us, and I want to acknowledge them. I want to acknowledge the opening prayer and Peter for your words and your song. I want to acknowledge the survivors that are here with us and all of us who are on a journey of learning and recovery and healing. Grief and loss is such a personal experience, one that we may feel that we are isolated and alone. But one of the truths of this gathering, and others like it, are that we are here to stand beside each other, to come along each other, to call upon the strength of our ancestors and those in the room who can help and guide us as we share our words. We have a lot to cover. But before we do that, I want to first acknowledge that there are many supports who are here, organized supports. The Indian Residential School Survivors Support Group, Health Group, are here on site. They will remain with us. They are here in a foyer room off of this corridor, and they are here with us in the room throughout. They are wearing black t-shirts that have a turtle and green lettering. If there are members of the support group in the room, can I ask you to stand so that we can see where you are? There's a lady. In the back. Nyawe. There is an elders lounge for us. It is going to be and is in Sheraton B, which is a salon room along this corridor that's just down the hall. And volunteers are in that salon as well as the house supports over the full 2 days. Those volunteers are wearing white t-shirts, and they're here to help us all. The National Center for Truth and Reconciliation is with us as well during this gathering, and they will be taking statements of all who want to share. As Chief McNaughton made comment last night, grief and loss can get stuck in our throat. And it may be hard to come to the microphone, which isn't to diminish the words that you want to share. He reminded us to take drinks of water to clear that. But if you are not comfortable to come into this microphone, the National Center will be taking statements and can do that privately. They have the booth in a foyer where we can organize that for you. We are committed to keeping each other safe in spirit, in mind, and in body, realizing that we have all just come through a very traumatizing pandemic. There are masks and hand sanitizers and COVID testing kits on site for anyone who may need it. There are a number of information and artisans booths in the foyer as you came into this assembly room. And we invite you to take a moment to visit with them for all of the information and services that they too provide. I want to note that this plenary and every plenary will be live streamed. For those who are joining us and wanting to watch online, we are here in this room holding each other up, but realize that in streaming this service, you may not have that support alongside with you, but there is support available. The residential school crisis line is always available, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I want to remind you of their phone number if it's not immediately available to you. That number is 1-866-925-4419. There is one final message and teaching that we have to speak to. For all of the tears that we may share today and tomorrow, there are brown bags on each table, a brown paper bag. And we invite you not to discard your tissue anywhere else but that bag. The tears will be taken, all of our tears will be taken to the sacred fire and burned at the end of this conference. That is the purpose of those bags. With that, I look forward to our time together, and I say Nyawagoa.